Kill the enemy just made a provocative gesture. The man immediately decided to help him clear the charges, because the other is under 18 years old, at most 3 or 5 years in prison, but the man wants him to pay in blood. It turns out that just a few days ago, a group of masked bandits rushed into a supermarket. They do not for money, but only to bring new people over to exercise the guts. Not only shot the boss, and even the customers have been brutally slit. After killing the little brother stupidly Frownsy in place, and a few big brother but disregarded his life and death of the car to escape, would have rescued his son's man. A small punk pounced on the two men in the fight. The man tore off his mask. The small punk exposed his true colors, scared to flee. This time, the man climbed up, holding his son's throat rupture, let out a cry of helplessness. "Help me, somebody help me." Although the murderer was soon caught, but because he was a minor, he could only be sentenced to 3 or 5 years at most. The man was reluctant, so he exonerated the punk. He wanted to use his own way of justice. The punk was released from the court, was picked up by the gang leader himself, and the man followed all the way to find out the address of the punk, and then began to take action the same night. While the other side of the garbage, the man suddenly launched a sneak attack. The anger gave the man endless power, quickly knocked down the punk, and a dagger into his chest. The punk struggled for a few seconds after the break. The man rushed to clean up the scene, the blood with the murder weapon thrown into the river, and then dragged the tired body back home. At this time, the complexity of the emotions, so that this originally strong middle-aged man, a complete collapse. The man was not able to get away, but the man's body is not a good place for him to go to. He head into his wife's arms, crying like a child. Originally thought everything was over, but the next day when he went to work, but found that someone followed behind, the man realized the danger and immediately launched a counterattack. The man ran all the way to the parking lot, was ready to drive away, but was found by the gangsters. Two people in the car entangled in the car. The men took the opportunity to let go of the handbrake. The car began to slowly skidding backward, looked to be breaking through the fence. The man rushed to use the seat belt to strangle each other, jumped out of the car at the last second to escape, although the man quickly drove away from the scene. However, this time it was the black boss's brother who died. The man was afraid that he would not be able to escape. Sure enough, the next day, the black boss sent his henchman to deliver a parcel containing a picture of a threatening member of his family. The man quickly rushed back to his home and notified the police to ask for protection. And under the questioning of a female police officers, the man confessed to everything, but the female police officers just coldly dropped a sentence. "All right, just gotta get through the night, Mr. Human, and be grateful you're still alive." That night, the man guarded the stairway, not daring to close his eyes for a second. Suddenly, there was a loud noise from downstairs, and he hurriedly looked out the window and realized that the two policemen had already been killed, and it was too late for him to react, but the gangsters had already sneaked into the house.